Jurors resuming deliberations in the Andrea Sneiderman trial today, one day after hearing closing arguments where both the defense and the prosecution attacked each other's witnesses. Sneiderman, as we've told you, is accused of lying to police and jurors about the murder of her husband, Rusty. He was shot to death outside their child's suburban Atlanta preschool in 2010. The widow's former boss, Hemi Newman, was convicted in Rusty's death. Andrea has denied any involvement in the murder, also denied accusations that she had an affair with Newman. Ashleigh Merchant is a criminal defense attorney. Fred Tisi is a former federal prosecutor. There was a moment, Ashleigh, when the prosecution put a witness on the stand, a friend of Andrea Sneiderman. The defense then ends up mocking her and suggesting that she's trying out for a TV show, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. How did that play with the jury?
You know, I think both attorneys actually did a really good job with closing arguments, but this case has been so watered down by innuendos and the state essentially trying to prove that Andrea Sneiderman is a bad person because she cheated on her husband. The issue is not whether or not she's a bad person, whether or not their witnesses are bad people and they want the case to be public and to sort of, you know, help their own reality TV careers in the process. The case is really just about whether or not Andrea Sneiderman lied to the police. And all of these other facts are coming in during this trial to sort of muddy the waters, and that's typical in trials, but I hope that the jury can really focus in on what the actual issue is.
Well, we want to take you to another case that's making headlines. You've probably seen Judge Judy on TV. Well, she has a son who is a district attorney in Putnam County, New York, north of New York City. He is suing the local sheriff for $5 million. Judge Judy's son, Adam Levy, says Sheriff Donald Smith made false claims that he, Levy, interfered in a child rape case against Levy's friend and former personal trainer. Smith denies the allegations, claimed Levy had an ongoing and improper involvement in the case. Earlier this week, Judge Judy herself issued a statement calling her son principled, honorable, and dedicated. This is a weird case. The county attorney, Judge Judy's son, suing the sheriff, but suing him as an individual. And the former personal trainer has been charged, Ashleigh, with some very serious stuff here, charged with raping a 3-year-old girl. And again, he was close to Judge Judy's son. Doesn't that blow back somehow on the prosecutor?
Well, the prosecutor did what he was supposed to do. He recused himself in this case. Correct. The sheriff has made some blanket allegations that maybe this prosecutor had some undue influence in the case, but he's never said anything specific, what he specifically did to exert undue influence. And really, the prosecutor did what he should do. He stepped back on this case and said, I know this guy. I can't be fair. I can't be impartial. Bring someone else in.
Well, and there was a friend, a fellow prosecutor who was running for sheriff. Now he's out of the race. Doesn't that have something to do with it?
I think this is political. I think this case is totally politically motivated. Whether or not he sued, what the statements were, I think this is all something having to do with politics that was probably better dealt with in the political arena instead of in a civil lawsuit.
All right, Fred Tisi. Ashleigh, thank you. Ashleigh Merchant, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.